You have now entered into Tony Tone's world. The Tony Tone's world.
All right, my levels are good.
Are you dressed up like a clown? Since we both should be clowns for Halloween. That's what we should be.
That's you.
No. That's both of us because we both look like clowns after this week.
How are my levels looking?
Your levels are good.
Yeah, mic check 1 2 1 2. Everybody know me and my crew.
You're a little loud, but
I almost said boo.
you and your boo. Whoa. That ain't me, bro. That ain't me.
I'm just not over it.
I am.
I'm just not over it, brother.
I am.
Just not over it.
I'm over it all. That's good.
Welcome back. What's up? How's the week going, dude?
The week is going.
Yeah.
I have at least I have one thing to look forward to. One team at least right now.
We can talk. Let's get right into it. Welcome back to Tony Tone's World. I'm your host, Tony. Tone. My buddy Nick. AKA Mr. Duffman. Or I'm Mr. Duffman, not him.
You want to be Mr. Duffman.
Dude, how you liking this fucking? All right. So yeah, fucking this World Series was pretty I mean, I honestly thought last night the Dodgers were gonna be able to take over and win that series, but I don't know. They're going to what's it today? Game 5?
Yeah, they're going to game 5. I'll be honest, I never thought they were gonna close it out in 4. I think that if they kept it close, they would go at it for the win, but it was always supposed to be a game that we potentially gave up. It always was. It was always going to be a bullpen game. It was never going to be our strongest relief pitchers. It was just let's see if we can keep it close, and if it's close and we want to potentially go after the game, then they will. I think they might have done that until Knack gave up the home run and it was like 6-4, and they were just like, it's a little late in the game, and they just Honeywell decided to let everybody hit the ball in that game. Whatever.
The Yankees were in a very big slump. I mean, they couldn't hit nothing.
Yeah, that's the only thing that makes me nervous about last night is the fact that Honeywell decided to pitch just cookies right down the middle for everybody. And it was like, everybody gets a turn. Let's just, like they, I don't know. I don't know really what it was. It was like a ratings thing. Like, oh, let's keep it going a little longer. But, no, I mean, I said from the get-go that I thought it was Dodgers in 6. I realistically, a sweep would have been nice, sure, but I never thought it was ever going to be a sweep. It was going to be you and I talked. I thought there was going to be a lot more runs scored than there are. Or there has been, I should say, at least on the Yankees part. And, but I still think we close it out. We're going to close it out either today or game 6 at home. Either way, I'm fine with. I'm comfortable either way.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have Jack Flaherty and they have Garrett Cole. As of right now, Yankees are minus 145 on the money line. Over under is 8.5. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I would never bet on this game, but if I did, I'd go Yankees, probably just because I hate the Dodgers.
I mean, Garrett Cole's a strong pitcher, and the Dodgers couldn't really touch him much last game. I think it was Aaron Boone's mistake of taking him out too early the last time, but we'll see what happens. It's gonna be another good one.
What do you think about Ohtani and what's up with his
shoulder?
His shoulder.
I think they're dumbing it down. I think they're really dumbing it down, and nobody's going to tell him that he's not going to play. And I think he's just gutting through it. Because I mean, did you see him running last night? I don't know if you saw it, but he's literally running with his arm like tucked and holding. There's a problem, but he's probably getting himself a nice little shot, and he's pushing through the pain. I mean, I couldn't say I wouldn't do the same thing if I were him.
Yeah, I mean, you're in the World Series for sure. You gotta give it your all. You're one of the best players in the MLB. Obviously the not sportsmanship, but the competitiveness there, the adrenaline. You definitely don't want to be sitting out for that game. But opposite of that, like, what long-lasting effects will this do to his shoulder? Maybe like how much more damage is he doing now until the series is over versus when he first got it injured?
I don't think it's going to be that serious. I mean, it's I don't know. Obviously, I'm not a doctor. I don't think it's serious enough where if it was that bad, I don't think he'd be playing, right? But it's minor. It's like Freddie's ankle. You know what I mean? Like, yes, it's hurt. It's pain, but is it gonna? It's not like he's out there throwing the ball. You know what I mean? Like, he's just swinging a bat and then running. So, yeah, it's probably not the best thing. And it's not like he's hitting the ball great right now, anyways, right? He's in a bit of a slump. He's also, they're making sure he's not hitting. You're putting their lefty relief pitchers up against him, but that's a factor that he brings to the lineup that they have to consider. And even though he's in a slump, even though he has a hurt shoulder, if they take a chance and they don't put these lefty matchups to try to, not give him a chance to get going, and then they risk him. And if he's not playing, then they have those matchups against Freddie or some of the other lefties in the lineup. So he just brings that little added factor that it hurts the lineup.
So much for him. So much for him having a chance to pitch. Those rumors are definitely not coming to fruition now.
No, he never had a chance. Yeah, everybody asked me that. I literally never thought he had a chance. And I'm pretty sure that the coaches all but confirmed that he was never going to pitch. It wasn't really in their thought process.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm excited to watch the next game tonight. Should be interesting. Hopefully the Yankees can pull it out. I wanted to go to Game 7.
Fuck you.
I wanted to go to Game 7, and if Dodgers win in Game 7, whatever. I like the excitement of it.
Yeah, you want the excitement of me fucking on the edge of my seat worried about.
I do. And then I also don't want to hear. I don't want to. If the Dodgers win, I'm turning off my phone or just removing you from my contacts and blocking you for a little bit. 2, if the Yankees win, you better do the same to me. Because all of a sudden I'm becoming a diehard Anthony Rizzo Yankee fan from day one.
Beautiful. No, yeah, just like all the haters.
I'm just I won't become a Yankees fan.
The Dodgers go up 3-0, and you got people like Josh coming out of the woodworks. Oh, the Dodgers are just buying their wins. They're fake. They're not even. I'm like, dude, shut up. Like, all these haters, they say all this shit when it's not their team or when they just want to be haters. But if it was their team and their team actually had the money to pay for players and not be cheap asses, like, everybody has the same opportunity. It's not my fault that you have a broke ass owner that doesn't want to pay for, players what they deserve. Like, sorry. And the Dodgers don't even have the highest payroll in the league. They're third or fifth. I saw one that said they're third, one that said they were fifth. So it is what it is. I can care less. I just think it's funny when people want to run their mouths about shit like that.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't know. I can't really talk shit right now because the Cubs are not in the series, so it's kind of tough for me to have a backbone here, but I will still say the Dodgers suck, so suck my cock.
Fuck Cubs.
Fuck you. Hey, raise your hand if you went to. Have I ever gone to a World Series celebration parade?
I don't know what you're talking about, brother.
Have you ever gone to a World Series Cubs celebration parade?
I have. Yeah, you're right. I have. Damn right I have. It was a bet between you
Cubs,
and I,
baby.
and I told you if the Cubs won the World Series that I would fly out and go to the World Series. But I'm a baseball fan. Like, you want to talk shit and say I went for the Cubs. I didn't go for the Cubs.
You
It
went
was
for
for
the Cubs.
baseball. It was for, like, the team hadn't won in fucking over 100 years, bro. Like, that to me was just, it was an iconic baseball moment. I wanted to, be a part of that thing. It wasn't about, me being a Cubs fan. No, it was about fucking just that moment for baseball. I love baseball.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
Not about helping me sleep at night, brother. It's the truth. It's the truth. I'm not a
Um,
hater like you. I actually enjoy the sport. I don't naturally hate on other teams except for the fucking Giants. Fuck the Giants because that's a rival.
what about the Eagles?
Okay, I said baseball.
Oh, Giants. Sorry, I'm
The
already thinking about NFL. My bad. But they're still a rival of the Cowboys too.
Yeah, yeah.
My bad. You're right. I misunderstood. Well, speaking of the Giants of the NFL, let's talk about something that doesn't let you sleep at night. So I asked you a couple of weeks ago, are you hitting the panic button on the Cowboys? You said no. Last week you said no. What about this week? Are you hitting the panic button on the Cowboys?
Are you ready for this, dude? Fuck the Cowboys right now. That's what I have to say.
Let's go,
Dude, I'm done, bro. I'm pissed. I'm fucking pissed. I'm sick of this shit. I am. I'm sick of watching fucking Dak throw interceptions. I'm sick of watching our defense let everybody just do whatever they want on us. Anybody can run, anybody can catch. It was like I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it. There needs to be changes 100%. The team just needs changes. The
dude.
team needs changes. I feel like Dak. I feel like I'm watching Kirk Cousins every single time Dak's up there, and he's just fucking throwing the ball and saying, "Somebody go and get it." The passes are just not precise. I don't know if I heard Troy Aikman the other day. He was saying that nobody on the Dallas team runs good routes, and I never watched specifically like some of the routes, but I mean that could be it. There's nobody on the team running good routes, so Dak just is throwing up the ball, and that's why some of these interceptions are there. Although some of the passes just look like ducks, like it's like they're just floating up there, and it's like he's giving them opportunity to make a play, but these cornerbacks are just out there making plays too because they're doubling CD Lamb every single time because we don't have a quality fucking running back or a second wide receiver for them to guard. So why wouldn't they double CD Lamb? He doesn't have a chance to make plays. The only time he gets yards is when he's running a slant down the middle, and because the guy's so fast, he's gonna get 7-8 yards on every pass, and he has to catch the ball 13 times. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm gonna be honest. The play calling is shit too. I think Mike McCarthy needs to go. I'm done with the guy. Like, I don't think he brings anything really that great to the team. I'm done. I'm fucking fed up, bro.
Dude.
I'm still a Cowboys fan for life. I will still watch the Cowboys. I will still root for the fucking Cowboys every single fucking game. But I'm done watching all of this bullshit. There needs to be change, period.
You know what? As much as I loved hearing what you just said, and you know how many sound clips I got out of that rant right there, I do feel bad for you. I apologize for your loss. Psych. The Cowboys do suck, but CD Lamb is a dog. The dude can make some catches. He can make some plays for himself. I mean, he still had over 100 yards last game, but yeah, I agree with everything you're saying, and we'll get to the Bears about coaching. Same thing there with the Bears. But Zeke, I don't know what that guy just fell off the face of the earth. Just a running game in period. I don't know what the hell is going on with him. He's droppable in my league.
There's a reason why we let him go, right? Like, he just doesn't have the explosiveness. He's not shifty, and the type of back he is, he needs an O-line to create holes in the for him to run through, and they're just not doing it. We have two rookies on the line. They're just not getting the movement on the front line that he needs, and he's not a back that can create his own edges or create just holes and squeeze through. Like, he's just not shifty. So he's never going to work for the Cowboys where we're at right now. It's just not. Dalvin Cook's not going to work. It doesn't matter. We don't have a running back on the team that's going to do something with the O line the way it's operating right now. It's just
Dude,
it's just a fact.
a couple of years ago, if you told me you had Dalvin Cook and Zeke on the same team, it'd be one two-headed monster. But now
Yeah.
they can't even get over 50 yards. It's
No.
wild. It's so wild. Yeah, I wasn't expecting the 49ers to win, honestly. I thought they were going to keep it really close. I thought the Cowboys would probably inch it out by like a field goal or something, but yeah, they definitely got scored on too.
They had their third string, if you want to call him that. I don't even know who the hell this guy is. Isaac Guerrero.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Run for 85 yards in this. And I swear to God, the guy was just like every time I looked, he was running for 10 yards. It was like every single time he touched the ball, it was for 10 to 12 yards. And it was like, where the hell is our D line? Now our defense gets a little bit of a pass for me because we are missing like 3 or 4 people on the defense right now, like quality players on the defense, but they're still, I mean, they weren't great against the run even when some of those guys were there. So they need to fix that up. Our linebackers, the Kendricks, who we brought in, who was supposed to be Zimmer's guy and yada yada, he's too old and too slow. He can't keep up with some of these wide receivers, that he's covering, or any of the running backs for that matter.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, the only person that I've talked him up since the beginning and who he's playing killer is DeMarvion Overshown. That guy, he has a bright future. He's like a second year player. He has a bright future as a linebacker, and I like him a lot. But everything else, I'm just I don't know. We look like we could get beat by the fucking modern day high school team out here in California. Like, it's just bad.
Well, brother, unfortunately, I'm in the same boat right now. Now, I'm not giving up on Bears, but I will say I don't believe Jaden Daniels had that great of a game over us. The Bears, there's multiple things that we can talk about, but the whole game he just did not look like he was sharp. Like Washington was just getting to him too quickly. Our offensive line couldn't block anybody to save their life. Obviously, we got beat by a fucking Hail Mary at the end. Multiple questionable plays in that fourth quarter. For instance, that fumble that we had at the 99-yard line for the first, supposed to be a touchdown. For whatever reason, they gave it to an offensive lineman that has never carried the ball, not even in college. Not even in college they carry the ball, and they gave it to this guy to do a fullback, bull run or whatever it's called, up the middle.
Yeah,
it was crazy. Our coaching was just horrendous. Stevenson at the end talking shit to the Commanders fans.
Oh God.
And then getting eaten up on the Hail Mary. And nobody decided to not just be aware of the guy in the back. Everybody wanted the interception. Everybody wanted to get that ball or swat it down, and doink, here goes a treat right in his breadbasket.
What were there, like 5 DBs right there all jumping up for the same ball?
Same ball.
Why weren't one of them just standing in front of, like, this is your man, you stay on him?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's easily knockdown right there. Yeah, that was pretty wild to see.
DeAndre Swift ran for over 100 yards, so that was good to see. But again, Caleb Williams just didn't look comfortable back in the backfield. He just didn't get the time to throw. Again, we do this thing where we either throw a screen or we just go right up the middle in the first play every single down. And then we're 2nd and 10, 2nd and 12, or then there's a penalty that backs us up, and we just can't get out of it. Now we're just playing to punt the ball, the best position of punting, which our punter is still a stud. He put it like in the 5-yard line in like the fourth quarter. It was amazing, but still, like, I'm talking about a punter right now, and that's crazy. I shouldn't be talking
Yeah.
about our fucking punter. It was disappointing to see that they didn't beat Commanders and Jaden Daniels, but I was still, as far as picking who I would go with, I don't have an issue with them going with Caleb still. Jaden Daniels is pretty fucking good. The guy runs more than I thought he did.
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, I didn't realize he ran that much, but he's pretty fucking quick.
He's fast. He is fast. I don't think he typically runs that often. I think he just, I will say it's like your defenses, they played great. They kept you guys in the game except for that damn Hail Mary. Which obviously that was just a complete dud on their part. But the rest of the game, I mean, as bad as Caleb Williams played, you guys are still winning the game at the very end because you
Right.
held the Commanders to nothing but field goals, basically.
Right. We should have been up another 7 points if we didn't fumble that stupid ass ball.
Yeah.
So dumb. I don't understand that play call at all. The coach was asked on local radio here that why didn't he call a timeout before the Hail Mary, and he had stated that he felt that they didn't need one at the time. And even then, you have a timeout to burn. Why not just burn it? Use it. You've already seen what they're lining up as.
Yeah.
And just give your defense an opportunity to regather themselves and then focus on what the situation is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because at that point, I think a lot of times too is players go into these. I mean, those Hail Marys happen. What,
Right.
1 out of 100? They convert them. You know what I mean? They're freak. So yeah, they're looking at it as it's a Hail Mary. It's no biggie. We're just gonna go and knock it down real quick. Like, but that's up to the coaches or somebody. You need that leader on the defense to get them to lock it in for one more play. Like, yes, we're winning. Yes, it was a close game. Yes, you're gonna, you want some bragging rights, whatever, with some of the shit talking that happened before. But you have to have that leader to lock them back in. And I think you guys have it on offense, but you don't necessarily have. I don't know. Maybe you're missing a leader on the defense. You think it would be Sweat, right? But I don't know. In this place, nobody locked them back in, and they just shit the bed.
Matt Eberflus's record for away games. Guess his record.
I'm assuming it's not great.
Guess. Just give me a record. What do you think?
10-20.
I wish.
3-17.
3-17. Did you read that somewhere?
No, I swear to God, I just
That was on point. That was on point.
Hilarious. That's pretty bad. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah, that is fucking horrible.
The one thing I'll say is you had sent out that message about Caleb Williams sending the Ducks with Jaden Daniels jersey. I loved that he did that and he called him out because he wanted the competition. He wanted to play.
I don't know if it's true, but if he did, that is pretty fucking badass.
I love it. Whether it's true or not, what I will say is if he did do that, boy got a little bit of mud on his face because he did not show up. And they lost like that. Like maybe it'll light a fire under him, and who knows? Maybe it'll help him going into because they got a pretty tough schedule ahead of him. So,
yeah. Speaking of that, guess Eberflus's record is 2-10 in the NFC North against the NFC North. Past 2 seasons, he's 0-6. So it's fucking great. So I don't know. I'm really upset about the offensive play calling. I don't trust it at all. I don't know. It just wasn't great. And hopefully they can bounce back and do something against the Cardinals, but we'll see.
Listen, I'm right there with you, brother. I am right there with you.
We're hurting. This is a hurting podcast. Shit. You know who else is hurting is the Jets.
Oh, dude, the Jets are, oh my God. And the fact that they went and traded for Devontae, and now, like, Devontae's caught 6 balls for 60 yards over the last 2 games or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. I don't know if that's completely accurate, but dude,
fuck it.
They're bad.
Yeah.
They just lost to
The Patriots.
The Patriots, who were +7 going into that game. What's funny is we considered picking them last week, and I don't think we did, right?
I don't know. Truth be told, when we do these podcasts, we don't look at our record once the games hit on Sunday. We just kind of find out as we do this podcast. So maybe I don't remember.
Yeah, that was bad. I don't know what's wrong with the Jets right now, but it's a lot. It's a lot.
A lot of money there. A lot of money being spent right there.
Yeah, I mean, you got Aaron Rodgers, Brees Hall, Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams. They just got, I think, Hassan Reddick to decide to play now, so he's not searching for it. Like, they have people over there, and they have some people on the defense too. And I don't know.
Yeah.
They look They look worse than both our teams. I'll say that much. But bad time to be a Jets fan.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Another game that surprised me: Browns and Ravens.
Dude,
I didn't think the Ravens were gonna, or the Browns were gonna even have a chance in this game.
no.
Somehow the Browns just pulled it off. Jameis Winston. I mean, when the guy is locked in, he's locked in. I mean, his accuracy may not be there all the time, but you can trust him to throw over 300 yards. I mean, he will throw that ball all day if he can, and that's what he did. I mean, it was kind of. I just thought it was pretty cool to see the Ravens or the Browns kind of win this game, even though everybody was counting them out. And then also with not Jameis Winston, with Deshaun Watson and all that drama. Unfortunately, Nick Chubb didn't do shit this game for me, but
yeah,
I always like to see an upset.
I question a little bit of the Ravens' game plan going into those games. You know how there's always one of those games where you overlook a team and it ends up turning around to bite you in the face. Like, you didn't game plan enough for the team. You kind of just went in thinking, oh, we'll do our thing and we'll beat them. We're better.
Yeah.
I feel like this was that type of game for the Ravens because Lamar didn't play great. I think I don't know, he didn't look like his normal self. Threw a lot of incompletions. Derrick Henry only touched the ball 11 times in this game. When the guys, I mean, maybe they decided, maybe their game plan was give him a little break. We're gonna, not feed him as much, and we're gonna let Lamar run it more. I mean, throw it more. I don't know, but the game plan wasn't great in this game, and I feel like they definitely, they didn't look great. I think this was more of the Ravens beating themselves than it was the Browns going out there. I mean, the Browns went out and played a decent game. But God, that has to suck for what's his name that just got hurt, right?
Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson. Like, to watch his team, he just gets hurt, and
His
now
fans are cheering. His fans are cheering for him to be injured.
Right, and then they go out and win this behind Jameis Winston, and they beat the Ravens.
Yeah,
and it's like, imagine sitting there, wherever he was, and just like, damn, like, was it me? Like, was I the problem? Because right now it looks like you were the fucking problem, my guy. And I don't know. I think it kind of justified all those. Sadly, it's like it almost justified all those bums who were cheering on his injury at the game the prior week of the fact that he was the problem, which, obviously doing that is shit in general, but I don't know. I don't know, Deshaun. You might have been the problem, my guy. I don't know.
Yeah. Lions, Titans. Not much to talk here, other than I expected that blowout.
Yeah, their Lions are phenomenal.
So we're about to beat them. I'm letting you know right now.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Eagles, Bengals. Another blowout.
It started off closer, and then they just kind of
took over. I mean, they kept scoring 2 touchdowns or whatever, two scores every quarter after the first. But yeah, I don't know. Bengals have some troubles over there. I'm not sure what's happening. with what's his name, Joe Burrow. I mean, Jamar Chase is a beast throughout the whole season, but this game he didn't really do much.
Hey, Joe Burrow still believes. He still believes. I saw something saying some type of record that they're aiming for or something like that. He still believes that they have a chance. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
Oh, real quick, kind of backtracking on the Dodgers Yankees game. That fan that tried taking off the baseball out of Mookie Betts' glove, Gronkowski knew him. Apparently, they went
Yeah,
to
I saw
school in
that.
Arizona. That's
Yeah,
funny as hell.
dude. Who like what? I understand like trying to knock it out, trying to block him from catching it. You know what I mean? But blatantly grabbing his glove and then ripping it out. Like, what were you thinking?
Yeah,
Like, it's just. I'm sorry, you paid way too much money to go to that game and be there to do something stupid like that, not knowing you're gonna get booted. They're gonna you're gonna get banned for life like he did. Like, this is so stupid.
oh, he got banned for life.
I'm pretty sure he got banned for life. Yeah, he's banned.
Damn, that's crazy.
I mean, he grabbed the player and then grabbed the ball out. Like, come on, man.
I guess yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, you're right. Speaking of that, game 2 was a game 2 where the Dodger fan stole that. It wasn't a home run ball. It was a double for sure.
Yeah.
It was going to be a double no matter what.
Where he tried to pull a Bartman.
Yeah, where he tried to pull a Bartman. Apparently, that guy Mitty showed me a video of that guy on TikTok. He does that throughout all Dodgers, the bunch of Dodgers games apparently. So there's a conspiracy that the Dodgers paid him to be there to kind of mess with the situation.
That's a little stupid.
Hey, I'm just putting it out there. I'm just putting it out there.
You love these conspiracies.
Hey, bro.
I mean, okay. So paying him to be there, but like, come on, they're predicting. Then you're telling me there's a script that home run was going to be hit perfectly to him right there. Like, there's just so many factors that's not true.
Apparently, there's an NFL script. I mean, that there can be an MLB script. Okay, we're on a simulation, brother.
I think there's a way bigger chance of there being an NFL script than a MLB script. The chances of being able to control exactly where a home run's hit, like, there's so many factors that go into that. Like, there's no way, dude. There's no way.
Listen, you throw me a pitch down the middle, I can go oppo every time. I can go left. I can go right. I can go up the middle. I can.
Oh, you can't. You don't even know. But you just swing about with your eyes closed and hope that it connects.
All right, let's go back to football. Let's see. Chargers Saints. I mean, I don't know. Saints look like trash still. I don't really care about that game. Let's see.
Packers Jags was a close game. Same with the Texans and the Colts.
Yeah, Packers Jazz. You're right. Colts Texans. Oh yeah, Colts and Texans. Yeah. Packers. I wish obviously they would have lost, but I did have a feeling they're going to win. I thought they were going to win probably by like 7 or so or 10. I didn't think it was going to be this close, but
they barely pulled that out. Actually, they were losing and pulled it out.
Game-ending field goal.
Something like that.
Yeah, game-ending field goal.
But Jordan Love. You see, Jordan Love got hurt.
He got hurt again. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how severe it is, but he has a groin injury. And those linger.
Yeah.
Those linger. Like, even if he ends up not playing a week, like, that's not an injury that just goes away. Like, that's a lingering issue.
Right.
You know, so who knows how that one's going to affect him.
One of the best pickups I've did this year was Tucker Kraft, tight end for Green Bay.
Yeah.
He's been balling out.
I picked him up in one of my leagues too when Laporta wasn't in one of my other leagues. Laporta wasn't doing much, so I went and picked up Tucker Kraft as well, and he's been playing well. I actually played Tucker Kraft over Laporta this past week, and I think they ended up with like almost the exact same points. It was looking like Laporta was gonna outscore him. I'm thinking in my head like, fuck, like I should have played him, but then Tucker Kraft ended up getting that touchdown and brought them back even. They were pretty close.
Damn it, I just realized I didn't put waivers in for this past week. Fuck. And I had Stephon Diggs go out.
Oh, that's right. That
Houston, yeah. Fuck. So who's their secondary receiver?
So they're down to their third guy, which is Tank Dell, because remember Nico Collins went out with the injury. So he's due back in like a week or two, but yeah, their number one guy right now is gonna
Tank
be
Dell.
Tank Dell.
Damn.
With Stephon Diggs out, it's Tank Dell, and they have Dalton Schultz too, and Mixon's been killing it. They do have Robert Woods, but Robert Woods became their fifth guy, but it's not a bad fifth guy to have. I mean, Robert Woods is, he has some skill.
He came from the Bills.
Robert Wood played for
Cardinals?
the Bills, but he also played on the Rams.
Oh, okay. Yep. Okay. Gotcha. Falcons, Buccaneers. Pretty good game, actually. I honestly, again, everything I say, just do the opposite. I thought the Buccaneers were going to win. Obviously, the Falcons won. So call me Tony the Mush, apparently, this season of NFL, because I can't pick shit.
Yeah, it's been an interesting season for sure.
Baker Mayfield still balling out. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, but he threw for over 333 yards. Kirk Cousins had a Kirk Cousins day. Only missed 6 passes, 276 yards for 4 touchdowns. But next week he'll go, 1 for fucking 50 and throw 50 yards for 3 interceptions. So you just never know what you're going to get with Kirk Cousins. But yeah, they ended up getting the win.
Yeah, that's why I call him. It's Dak Cousins now. I'm calling Dak Cousins.
That's funny as hell. Kirk Prescott.
Yeah, there you go. Kirk Prescott, Dak Cousins, whatever, either way.
That's hilarious.
My quarterback is now. Fuck
that's
me.
Hilarious. Last game I want to talk about is the Kansas City Chiefs, the Raiders. Obviously, the Raiders lost, but it was pretty close.
Shouldn't have been.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been. But the Raiders are talking all this preseason shit about Patrick Mahomes with the puppet. Did you see that? They had a puppet dressed up with like Patrick Mahomes hair.
Yeah. With
and
the hair,
they were like making like Patrick Mahomes supposed to be his voice. And so, glad to see he got his payback. But yeah, it was a lot closer than I thought it would be.
I don't know if I'd call that payback. I mean, the payback would have been putting them away pretty handily, and it was a close game.
They got the win.
I mean, they did get the win, but that's weak from a Chiefs perspective of what they should have done to the Raiders.
Travis Kelce finally balled out. I mean, 90 yards for a touchdown.
10 catches. Yeah.
Finally. I mean, the guy's been missing all season ever since him and Swifty got together.
We got talking about my boy Bo Nix. Bo Nix and the Broncos, they balled out like I told you they would. And it's funny is I remember I told you I was contemplating putting in Bo Nix over CJ Stroud last week in one of my leagues, and I picked him up and I did it. I was like, you know what? I'm going with my gut. I'm putting in Bo Nix. I sat CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud did not have a great game. And Bo Nix, when he did his thing, he put up like 28 points or something like that for me. And I was like, it felt good knowing that, that was just a feeling I had, obviously, against the Panthers. He had 3 touchdowns, ran for another touchdown.
I can't support this Bo Nix talk. I'm sorry. You're on your own island with this.
Hold on. Look at the fantasy points over the last 5 weeks with Bo Nix, and the dude's been playing great, man. He's a viable backup
QB
to have when you need a filler, and depending on his matchup. But look at week 5 versus versus the Raiders, 23 points. Versus the Chargers in week 6, 20. He had an okay game. New Orleans, he only had 14. Carolina, he had 29 points. Like the last 4 weeks, he's been doing his thing. That's better than some of those other Caleb Williams did this past week, and Dak did this last week. I mean, the dude's, it's not bad.
All right. We got 2 more segments. UFC and our contest. Which one would you like to do first?
Let's just do our contest and jump into the
All right. Let's do this. As you know, we pick 5 teams against the spread every week. We're in a super contest for the entire season. And last week we got a whopping 0. What in the fuck is going on?
I had a feeling.
I need to see what we picked because I don't even remember.
Well, we both picked our teams.
This is pitiful. Oh, the Vikings screwed us.
Yeah. Well,
The
see,
Ravens.
that one hurt us because we didn't know that he was going to get back both his wide receivers.
Oh, right.
Day
yeah,
of the
Cooper Kupp.
game.
Yep.
He got back Cup and Nakua the day of the game, and it was like that's a big factor.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Ravens screwed us. Packers, I think it was -3.5 was the line. They won by
4.
Was it?
I think it was 4.
Either way, they screwed us, but they did win. Oh, the Bears and the Cowboys. Never again am I picking them at all, ever.
I'm picking them this week. No, just kidding.
All right, let's fucking go. Let's get some wins here. All right. Texans versus Jets.
Okay, bro. The way the Jets are playing, like, there's no way we can't pick the Texans at +2 right there, right?
Look, Jets in the last 10 are 2-7 and 1 against the spread. Jets are 7-2 against the spread. 7-2 and 1 against the spread.
You're saying the Texans are 2-7 against the spread? Correct.
I'm just giving you some stat lines on betting wise. We got to get some more information in here because what we did last week is just unacceptable.
I feel like the Texans are 100% going to run all over them and they're going to dominate that. But I think though, honestly, the only reason why that line's there is because the Texans don't have a number 1 or number 2 wide receiver. They're down to Tank Dell, but Tank Dell is a quality wide receiver. But
okay. Let's do Patriots at Giants. Are you even interested in that?
Patriots at Titans.
Oh, Titans. I don't know why. What the hell's up with me and Giants today? Titans. I don't care about this game.
Patriots, but no, go ahead.
Saints at Panthers. Don't care about this game. If anything, I'd pick the Panthers.
Really?
Plus 7.5.
They're going with the rookie again.
I don't care. The Saints just look like they can't move the ball for shit.
I'm pretty sure Derek Carr is back this week.
Oh, maybe that's why the spread is the way it is.
I'm pretty sure Derek Carr is back.
Cowboys at Falcons. Falcons -2.5. Gut telling me go with the Falcons.
But
I don't know. Dak Cousins and Kirk Prescott. I'm not sure.
Shit.
Dolphins at Bills. Bills -6. Let's see what this one is. Let's see. ATS, Miami's 4-5 and 1 in the last 10. Buffalo's 5-4 and 1, so really a toss up.
Awesome.
Raiders at Bengals. I'd have to say the Bengals in this one. -7.
7 points.
Other books are showing it right now at -7.5. So if we want the 7, we should probably take it now. Let's see. They're both 4-4 against the spread.
I like the next game. I like the Commanders in the next game.
Commanders -3.5 against the Giants. It's showing -3.5 in other books as well. Let's go ATS, the last 10. ATS, the last 10 is 2-2 for Washington and 3-5 for the Giants. The Giants are 7-3 against the spread in the last 10 head to head. I mean, that's fucking 10 seasons worth of that's multiple matchups in a season. So yeah, you can't really play that. But
and the Commanders have been trash in the past too. So I mean, that's not it.
Yeah, exactly.
I like the Commanders.
I would agree with you. I'll take that. Broncos at Ravens. You saw on this Bo Nix trade or Bo Nix train?
Nah, man, I don't know about that.
You need to calm down on that.
Against the Ravens, obviously. There's a difference between fantasy points and them actually winning the game against the Ravens. I mean, +9 is a fair amount of points, and their defense is still good.
In other books right now, it's +9.5. So if we like the 9, we take the 9 now.
Games are ugly.
Yeah, they are. Let's see. Team record. Denver is 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games, and Baltimore's 4-1 and 1. I don't know. It's kind of a toss. 9 points is a lot,
It is a lot.
and Broncos do have a okay defense.
They do.
Chargers at Browns. What a shit bowl. I mean, the way I don't know. I don't even know. I don't want to even bet on this. So fuck that. Nope. Don't want any part of that. Jags at Eagles. Any
I kind of
thoughts?
like the Eagles.
Yeah, 7.5. Let's see.
Yeah,
What do
it's a
other?
lot, but I do kind of like it.
Yeah, Jags at Eagles. Other individual or other books have them at 7.5 as well. Bears and Cardinals. I don't want any part of this game either.
I like
Detroit.
the Lions.
Detroit at Green Bay.
I like the Lions.
I would agree with you. Let me look real quick. Is Jordan Love playing? Let me just do a quick Google.
They haven't said he's not. I think they're just saying he's questionable right now.
Yeah, he's questionable still. All right. And that line will probably change if Love does decide officially to play. Probably in the Packers way. So I guess 3.5 is okay right now.
Yeah.
Rams at Seahawks. Seahawks came off that horrible loss right before they went on bye.
And the Rams got back to full.
Yeah.
I'm feeling the Rams there.
We're agreeing on everything and I don't like it. How many games we got? All right, we got one more actually to agree on. So we'll lock that in at 1.5. Let me see. It's 1.5 in other books too right now, so that's okay. Let me see what the ATS is for each of those teams in the last 10 games. Rams are 2-5 against the spread in the last 7 games, and Seahawks are -1 or are 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games. So it's not that great. Doesn't really give us much there, but okay. Broncos. Oh, we already did that. Sorry. Let me scroll down. Colts at Vikings. Colts are benching Anthony Richardson,
They are. They're going with Flacco.
which I mean, Flacco's been playing pretty well this season when he does come in.
Yep.
So I get it. The Vikings, I don't know. I mean, they were looking pretty good before they went. They didn't play last week, did they? They were on the
Yeah,
bye.
they lost to the Rams.
Oh, right. Duh.
Yeah.
That's who
So they've lost 2 weeks in a row now. They were 5-0. They've lost the last 2.
That's interesting. I'm not sure right now about that game. And
Yeah, I'm a little on the fence. I mean, I think the Vikings win that game. I just don't know how convincingly they win it.
Right. And then the Bucks at Chiefs.
It's a fair amount of points. Initially, I was leaning towards the Bucks because that +9. So I don't know.
I would have to go.
I like this +9 more than I like the +9 of who else were we looking at that had a high plus?
Broncos.
Somebody
Broncos
else was +9. Yeah. I think I like, if I were gonna bet, I think I like the Bucks at +9 better than the Broncos.
Even with Godwin and Evans out.
I mean, he still threw 300 yards. I don't know who the hell he threw to, but he threw 3. I mean, so their tight end, Otten, who ate up a lot of those yards. He's somebody I played last minute in the fantasy as well and helped me beat David last week, which is beautiful. But yeah.
Tampa Bay's 2-4 against the spread in their last 6 games. Kansas City's 10-2 and 1 against the spread in their last 13 games. I don't know. Take it for what it is, but just saying. I don't know.
The only thing is, actually, I might retract that because a big part of the Bucks game is running the ball.
Yeah.
And I think the Chiefs are pretty good against the run. I mean, for instance, Alexander Madison had 14 carries for 15 yards last week against them, and he had the most rushing yards of anybody. So that's a big factor.
All right. Well, we decided on 3 teams already. So right now we have all chalk again: Washington, Lions, and Rams.
Give me the
That's
Texans. Lock in the Texans for my pick.
Texans +2.
Yeah.
God, let's go fucking Texans. We need a win right here, baby.
That's a Thursday night game too, huh? Yep.
Yep. All right, and then I'm locking in the Bears. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna lock in the Colts +5.5.
Ooh, okay. I don't like it.
We'll see. Maybe it'll change throughout the week. Maybe I'll think about it, see where I can. I don't know. We'll see.
I honestly like the Patriots at +3.5 more than I like the Colts at 5.5. But do you?
I like the Patriots +3.5 over the Texans +2.
Well, that's where you're wrong, buddy.
so we're both not going to hit this bet because we're both not going to pick the Patriots to give up our pick.
Nope, we are not.
Oh, that's funny. All right, last thing to talk about is UFC. I just want to really talk about the last 2 fights, really. But we can talk about the pirate. What's his name? I'm so bad at these names. The one-eyed pirate, the UFC fighter. You know what I'm talking about?
The one-eyed pirate.
Magomedov. The dude with the red hair.
Yeah.
Well, he had a finish KO in the second round, and it was a back fist or back elbow, and then he came back around and did the same thing, just boom, boom, like Mortal Kombat style.
Yeah.
Fucking knocked his ass out. It was pretty dope.
He coined that his move from now
Right.
on. The double spinning double back fist, whatever, some shit like that.
That was pretty badass.
It was dope to see live for sure.
Robert Whitaker, Kazmat Chimaev. Oh, dude, I honestly thought Kazmat maybe would have just stood up with them just for a little bit, but he got right to business. As soon as the round started, he went for that double leg takedown and just kept getting on him. I think Robert Whitaker did get out for a little bit for like a split second and then stood up and then went right back down. And then the way he fucking had that arm across his face, ended up dislocating his jaw.
So he didn't dislocate his jaw.
Oh, really?
No, he didn't dislocate his jaw. From what he said is, I guess Whitaker has like a weak, like his front teeth or that part is actually really just, it's always been kind of weak. So when he crushed like his face, when he was just smashing his face with his arm, it just smashed in the whole front of his teeth, like all of his teeth in the front just smashed down.
That was the picture.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that was just.
But he was saying he already had, like, I don't know if it's his like gums, if he had weak gums there or something. But he said that, I was watching an interview that he was saying he already had kind of like weak gums or weak teeth in that part. So the pressure from when he just smashed his face in, it just fucking snapped. And I mean, as you can imagine, that kind of pain is insane.
Dude, his mouth looked like a gopher mouth, or like a horse's mouth. Like, it was crazy. He had like a line of teeth, and then all of a sudden, behind there was like a row of teeth, like a shark's.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Facing backwards, like it was like, oh,
right. It was like underneath his tongue.
Yeah,
it was crazy. And then Ilya Taporia against Max Holloway, KO in the third round. Damn, man, Max Holloway, such a fan favorite, such a cool guy. But fuck, he lost. Ilya's he's a good fucking fighter, man. He definitely packs a punch. He obviously he KO'd Max first KO of his career, long ass career. But damn, man, it sucks to see Max lose that way. They were talking about him going back up to 55, I believe. Max Holloway go back up to 55. I think that's
honestly, I think Max is just gonna take now, because at this point, I mean, he'll have to make another run for the belt, but I think he's gonna just take some quality fights for that BMF, because he has the BMF belt and he can pretty much just kind of fight wherever he wants with that one. And, whoever steps up and gets some, good boxing matches with that. But yeah, I think that's
Yeah, I can't see him being Islam Makhachev. I believe that's who's 155er.
That's what I mean. Makhachev's not going to fight him like that. He's going to wrestle him and he's not going to stand a chance against him. So, truly, which is sad to see because I love Holloway. He's one of my favorite fighters in the UFC. So the fact that he lost to Prey kind of hurt my heart. But that was his chance of getting another belt. So now I just think he might take some other fights, but it's going to be that BMF that he's going to be fighting for, really.
Yeah. All right. I don't think there is a UFC on this weekend, or is there? Oh, there is. Brandon Moreno comes back from a couple years off. He lost to, was it Figueroa? No, Brandon Roval. Yeah, whatever. Oh, never mind. I said a couple years. He fought in February. Damn, I'm way off. I don't know what the hell I'm
talking
about.
I didn't even know he fought in February.
Yeah, he fought on February 24th. He lost by decision in the 5th round.
Interesting.
All right, well, he's back. So I'm obviously going to be rooting for him.
But I don't get is why does he have a main? Why does he have a main? I mean, I get it's a fight night, whatever, but
he's a dog. He's going to throw those punches. He's going to get in some sort of scrap. Doug Rose fights on this fight card against Aaron Blanchfield. Derek Lewis fights on this fight card. Okay. I mean, this is going to be a fucking knockout fucking last three fight. The last three. Well, no. Brandon Moreno.
Rose does not knock people out. She goes 5 rounds with everybody.
She does. Derek Lewis will be a first round knockout. Brandon Moreno will be a fucking brawl. Hopefully he gets the knockout.
Caio Machado and light heavyweight there. Then
Marc-Andre Brulot. I don't even know how to pronounce their names. That's hard. But that's the one thing about UFC. It's kind of hard to pronounce everybody's fucking name.
For sure.
Let me see if there's anybody on the preliminary card that I can think of. No. All right. So my quick parlay would be Brandon Moreno TKO. No. Brandon Moreno. Will the fight go the distance? No. Doug Rose, fight go the distance? Yes. Derek Lewis, will the fight go the distance? No. Or winner by TKO.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't pick winners in any of those fights. But going the distance, I think that's a good call.
Yeah. All right. Well, we did it again.
Clip that shit.
I'm gonna remove that. Watch this. Watch my edit. Watch my editing skills. It's gonna be so funny because I'm gonna edit that.
No. You cannot edit that. We've done way too much after for you to edit that.
That's so funny. All right. Rewind. Here we go. Go Yankees.
Go Dodgers, baby. Let's go.
We'll see how it goes. But good luck. Talk to you guys next week. Peace.
The Tony Tones World.